Overlooking the city of Athens is a home of gods, the Acropolis.
I came here on Saturday and it was absolutely rammed with people. Now it's Monday, much more pleasant, so I recommend visiting the city centre during the week.
The journey up to the Parthenon requires a bit of a climb, but if the dusty path is good enough for the kings of Attica and Greek gods, trust me, it's good enough for you. There is plenty to see on the way up to the Great Parthenon. Everything around you makes you feel like you're walking through a mythical story, perhaps waiting for Medusa to latch onto you with her snakes, or worse still, her gaze, and turn you into stone, which could be used in the epic restoration of the Acropolis. However, I see myself less of a stone placed in a Doric column, and with this beard written into Greek literature, I could behead that snake-haired bitch.
If Athens needs to make one thing happen, it's having concerts in here.
Spoiler, the Odeon of Herodes Atticus, fully restored and glorious, has hosted Frank Sinatra, Pavarotti, even the Foo Fighters, officially added to my bucket list. The Propylaea is the ceremonial gateway to the Acropolis, separating mere mortals from the gods. And it's the first moment your breath gets taken away that's not related to the climb or the Athens heat. Behind you is the great views of Athens, but you'll not notice them till you depart in the other direction, as you'll be fully focused on the grand staircase and Doric columns. Soak it in, imagine the heroes and villains over centuries that have walked the very same steps. When you cross through the Propylaea and you get your first glimpse of the Parthenon, it's not the architecture that immediately grabs you, it's the sense of history and what went before you. It's hard to comprehend mixed with myth and legend. As depicted on the west pediment of the Parthenon, Athens only became Athens after the goddess Athena and Poseidon battled for control of the city. The rivalry was settled when Poseidon's mighty trident created a measly saltwater well, but Athena's deadly spear thrust into the ground created an olive tree, creating life and fruit for the city. Zeus was a bit of a shagger too, but that's another story. The Parthenon might be regarded as the star of the show, but for me, that status is reserved for the Erechtheion, built to honour Athena herself. The Porch of Maidens adding a touch of glamour and flamboyance over the usual columns. Apparently, under the porch was a pit of snakes too. I didn't venture in. There is much more to see, including some fantastic views over the city, but I urge you to go and see for yourself. Athens and the Acropolis are now one of my favourite places on earth, enriched in culture, history and myth. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe. It will greatly help build this channel for bigger and better videos. Cheers, see you on the next one.